Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for spending part of the Labor Day weekend with us. We appreciate it. This afternoon, we're turning our programming over to the fans. And not only are they picking the movies, they're telling us why. It's another edition of Fan Favorites. And joining me via the internet from Mount Prospect, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, is Annette Bohanec. Annette, hello.
Hello.
Thanks so much for doing this. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
We're always eager, particularly eager to talk to young fans. You're, what are you, 25 years old?
I am, yes.
And a school teacher outside of Chicago? What do you teach?
Yes, I teach English and film.
You teach English and film. How old are the kids you're teaching film to?
It's high school level, so I actually have a kind of a mix of freshmen through seniors.
And what was the last film that you taught them?
Oh gosh, it's actually kind of a curriculum that I'm still developing, but the most recent one, we did a lot of like Frank Capra films. We did like It Happened One Night, but I think the one they enjoyed most was The Thin Man, so.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I was going to ask you, what do they respond to most?
Yeah, I know Thin Man's not Capra necessarily, but they tend to like the comedic ones and some of the noirs a lot, but definitely The Thin Man was a big hit, I think.
But they're not turned off by black and white? They're motivated? They're watching?
No, yeah, I think part of it is, I mean, I consider myself such a movie nerd and I bring so much enthusiasm to it that I think they really get a kick out of it. And there's never been any like aversion to black and white or any eye rolling to that. I think they really take it for what it is and approach it with an open mind and are fascinated by it.
All right, well, it's good to hear. Keep up the good work. Tell me what movie you picked for us this afternoon.
For this afternoon, I chose one of my favorites, Theodora Goes Wild, starring Irene Dunne and Melvin Douglas.
Why'd you pick that?
It's one of my favorites. Again, it falls into that screwball comedy genre, which is one I hold near and dear, and I picked it for a number of reasons. In addition to teaching, I also help at a library classic film series, and we actually screened Theodora Goes Wild there at one of the Chicago Public Libraries, and I was able to coordinate getting Irene Dunne's granddaughter at the showing as well, so it was really exciting for me to be able to appreciate the film alongside someone who was so close to one of the leads, Irene Dunne, of course. And I also met my boyfriend that night too, so it's one that we hold near and dear as well. So yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely one of our favorites.
So you managed to meet a guy who also went to the public library to watch Theodora Goes Wild?
I'm as shocked as you are, yes.
Yeah, you definitely, you guys are made for each other. That's fantastic. This was a significant movie for Irene Dunne in her career, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I think she had some issues with how they originally wrote the character and was hoping the part would be given away to someone else, but she kind of stuck with it, and I think she really made the role, and it worked out very well. I'm so glad she stuck with it.
Well, she hadn't really done comedy before, and this was her first comedy, and she was nervous,
yes.
But as we all know now, it turned out she knew what she was doing in comedies.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she had like that singing career that she really wanted to take off with, but luckily she stayed with Hollywood, and we see some of that in this film.
All right, Annette, good stuff. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. From 1936, picked by TCM fan Annette Bohanec, starring Irene Dunne in an Oscar-nominated performance along with Melvin Douglas. Here's Theodora Goes Wild.